हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू मनु लॉ क्लासेस। फ्रेंड्स, आज के इस वीडियो में हम 11th में 2022 का डेली हिंदू एनालिसिस करेंगे। और आज के जो न्यूज़ है वो फॉरेन अफेयर्स से लेके कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट है। फॉरेन अफेयर्स से मैं दो टॉपिक इम्पोर्टेंट डिस्कस करूँगा आपके साथ। एक है श्रीलंका पॉलिटिकल क्राइसिस और एक है नॉर्दर्न आयरलैंड प्रोटोकॉल। ओके, और साथ साथ में हम थोड़ा सा देखेंगे ओडेसा एंड मैरियोपोल का हम देखेंगे रिलेटेड टू रशिया यूक्रेन क्राइसिस। न्यू डेवलपमेंट्स हैं यहाँ पे, हम उसको भी देखेंगे। एंड देन देयर इज अ न्यूज़ फ्रॉम फिलीपींस, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज़। ओके, so we will try to cover it. So my focus will be today explaining you the Northern Ireland Protocol. What is this protocol? Along with that, we will also be discussing Good Friday Agreement 1998. ठीक है, कुछ इशू चल रहा है यूरोपियन यूनियन और यूके के लोग लेके। ओके, सो नॉर्दर्न आयरलैंड विच इज़ द पार्ट ऑफ द यूनाइटेड किंगडम. Now, after the suspension of UK from after the exit of UK from EU from 1st January 2021, now there is a problem brewing in the Northern Ireland. तो वो प्रॉब्लम क्या है इसके बारे में हम डिस्कस करेंगे। ठीक है, ये जो प्रॉब्लम है ये एक चीज़ से रिलेटेड है, दैट इज़ नॉर्दर्न आयरलैंड प्रोटोकॉल. This Northern Ireland Protocol, it was part of the Brexit deal between UK and EU, and it is also related to Good Friday Agreement, okay, which we have discussed here. So we will do this in detail. So let's start the news from Sri Lanka itself. So India is guided by Sri Lanka's interest. तो ये न्यूज़ क्या कह रहा है? This news is discussing the Sri Lanka's political crisis now. So see friends, we have already done Sri Lanka's economic crisis, where India has also provided monetary support to Sri Lanka, support in the form of supplying the food grains. And we already know that Sri Lanka is going through the economic crisis. They have already declared the default of $51 billion, and they are negotiating bailout package from International Monetary Fund of $4 billion. अभी तक इंडिया ने जो टोटल मॉनेटरी हेल्प किया है, दैट इज़ अबाउट 3.5 बिलियन along with $400 million currency swap with RBI. Now there is a political crisis going on, and we already did the news yesterday that Mahinda Rajapaksa, who was the prime minister of Sri Lanka, he has resigned. Now why there is a protest in Sri Lanka? So the protest in Sri Lanka is, reasons तो हम जानते हैं. Reasons is very high inflation, then scarcity of essential goods. Okay, now people over there, they are blaming the Rajapaksas for acute economic crisis, and there is a growing clamor that these Rajapaksa brothers, they should resign from the government. वहाँ पर अगर हम बात करें तो प्रेसिडेंट is Gotabaya Rajapaksa, then Prime Minister was Mahinda Rajapaksa, and the Finance Minister was Basil Rajapaksa, who had visited India recently. Okay, now here India has made it clear that they are guided by Sri Lanka's interest. इसका मतलब कि they are not going to take any side with any political parties, okay, but they are guided by Sri Lanka's interest, where India is going to support the democratic process, people welfare. The next is the United Nations has condemned the escalating violence in Sri Lanka. So the United Nations Human Rights Chief, that is Michelle Bachelet, she has called for meaningful dialogue between Sri Lanka for addressing the political and economic crisis. Now see, हमारे लिए ये पैराग्राफ काफ़ी ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे इंडिया ने जो हेल्प किया है श्रीलंका को, उसके बारे में एक बार फिर से न्यूज़ आया है। तो सी ओवर हियर इफ यू विल जस्ट से दैट इंडिया हैज़ एक्सटेंडेड द सपोर्ट ऑफ वर्थ $3.5 billion. Okay, this support package, it includes $1 billion credit line for essential imports, $500 million line for fuel, debt payment and deferrals of loans, and that there is a $400 million currency swap that has been extended till mid-July. The next is India has also committed to help Sri Lanka with a bailout plan from the World Bank. Okay. Now the next is the International Monetary Fund. It has already begun negotiations with officials in Colombo for the bailout plan. यहाँ पे $4 billion bailout plan की बात चल रही है. The next is Chinese infrastructure project in focus as crisis worsens. तो यहाँ पे अगर हम देखेंगे तो श्रीलंका it was heavily dependent on foreign इन्वेस्टमेंट फॉर रिवाइविंग इट्स इकोनॉमी. उसमें जो एक प्रोजेक्ट है वो है हम्बनटोटा का. नाउ व्हाट इज दिस हम्बनटोटा? हम्बनटोटा इज़ द एंसेस्ट्रल विलेज यू कैन से ऑफ राजपक्सा ब्रदर्स. तो यहाँ पे चाइनीज़ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च हुआ था टू डेवलप डीप पोर्ट इन हम्बनटोटा. ओके, बट दिस हम्बनटोटा प्रोजेक्ट इट फेल्ड. ओके, इट कुड नॉट जनरेट द रेवेन्यू. The second was the second project was airport in Hambantota. Again, this airport in Hambantota economically it failed. It was not able to cover its electricity bill also. Then in Colombo there is a Chinese funded port city project where an artificial 665 acre of island will be set up for becoming a financial hub in South Asia. Now if you can see that critics are already saying that this project is becoming a very huge debt for Sri Lanka. Now see this paragraph, the crux of all the paragraph is कि जो श्रीलंकन गवर्नमेंट है उसका चाइना के साथ जो है so China is Sri Lanka's biggest lender and owns at least 10% of its $51 billion external debt. ठीक है, so about $5 billion external debt it belongs to China. Now from editorials we have a very nice editorial about economy. Over here we are discussing about inflation. Okay, so this article goes on discussing the RBI's latest stand where RBI has increased the repo rate from 4% to 4.4%. Along with that the cash reserve ratio it has also been increased by 50 basis point मतलब 0.5%. all these measures have been taken to reduce or to withdraw liquidity from the Indian market. Now over here the reason over here is that why the inflation, the CPI, consumer price index has increased above 6%. So over here the broad reason for increase in consumer price index is increase in global crude oil prices. Then the next reason is increase in global commodity prices. ओके, दिस इज़ द मेन रीज़न. नाउ अगर हम यहाँ पे देखेंगे तो इन्फ्लेशन के जो रीजंस हैं वो इसमें डिस्कस किया गया है कि इन्फ्लेशन जो होता है दैट वो सिर्फ कॉस्ट पुश नहीं होता है कि मीन्स कॉस्ट ऑफ इनपुट्स या कॉस्ट ऑफ लेबर बढ़ते जा रहा है, उसी की वजह से ही इन्फ्लेशन हो रहा है. कभी कभी मार्केट में बहुत एक्सेस लिक्विडिटी होती है विच इज़ ऑल्सो एन इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर. नाउ सिंस बिकॉज लिक्विडिटी को विड्रॉ करने के लिए ही आरबीआई ने कैश रिजर्व रेशियो को भी 50 बेसिस पॉइंट से बढ़ाया हुआ है. नाउ सी दिस इज़ द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पैराग्राफ. यहाँ पे एक कॉन्सेप्ट है which is very important to understand. Now see this says that when post COVID-19, when economy was struggling, the government, they were making huge expenditure in the economy just to revive the economic growth. Okay, now just expenditure is not enough to revive the economic growth in an economy. Why? Because at that point strict lockdowns were also happening. अभी स्ट्रिक्ट लॉकडाउन की वजह से क्या होता है, स्ट्रिक्ट लॉकडाउन की वजह से ये होता है कि जो मूवमेंट ऑफ पीपल एंड मूवमेंट ऑफ गुड्स बोथ आर रिस्ट्रिक्टेड. Okay, if these both are restricted, then huge expenditure by government, okay, it sometimes fails to have a multiplier effect on economy. multiplier effect का मतलब कि एक्सपेंडिचर से ग्रोथ जो हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं वो अक्सर नहीं होता. क्यों? क्योंकि बिकॉज देयर इज रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑन पीपल एंड गुड, सो द मूवमेंट ऑफ लेबर, इनपुट्स, ओके, ये हैवीली रिस्ट्रिक्टेड होती है. सो द industries, they do not tend to produce more during such time. The second is about Phillips curve. तो यहाँ पे आप Phillips curve के बारे में भी पढ़ेंगे. So what is Phillips curve? Let me explain you in short. So Phillips curve says that if you just see the Phillips curve, it says that there is an inverse relationship between inflation and unemployment. ओके, इन्फ्लेशन एंड अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, मतलब कि अगर हमको अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का रेट डाउन करना है तो इन्फ्लेशन शुड राइज. मतलब इन्फ्लेशन जो है इट इज़ नेसेसरी फॉर फुल एम्प्लॉयमेंट लेवल. ओके, इट इज़ नेसेसरी फॉर फुल एम्प्लॉयमेंट लेवल, बट देयर आर सर्टन इकोनॉमिस्ट हु से दैट whenever there is full employment level, okay, whenever we will try for full employment level, there will always be inflation in an economy. So sometimes inflation in economy is not demand pushed or cost pushed, okay, it is just because we are trying for full employment level, so the economy is going through inflation. The next is infographic. missiles threats loom large. So अगर हम इंडिया में हम बात करें मिसल्स का, so missiles cases they have doubled in first 2 months of 2022 compared to 2021. okay, अब अगर हम वर्ल्ड वाइड बात करें तो a similar pattern has also been observed where the missile cases have increased by 79%. okay, and the WHO has called this development as very worrisome situation, and it has given the reason that pandemic related disruptions and diversion of resources from routine immunization as the main reason. जैसे कि मिसल्स की वैक्सीन्स लगती हैं, ठीक है, बट कोविड-19 में क्या हुआ कि सारा का सारा फोकस कोविड-19 के वैक्सीनेशन पे आ गया. सो इम्यूनाइजेशन ऑफ मिसल्स दे हैव सफर्ड अ लैक. द नेक्स्ट इज मॉडरेटिंग द पब्लिशर प्लेटफॉर्म रिलेशनशिप. तो यहाँ पे अप्रैल 5 को कैनेडियन गवर्नमेंट इट हैज़ इंट्रोड्यूस्ड अ बिल विच सीक्स टू मेक इंटरनेट प्लेटफॉर्म्स, जैसे कि इंटरनेट प्लेटफॉर्म्स लाइक गूगल एंड फेसबुक, इफ दे आर पब्लिशिंग द न्यूज़ फ्रॉम एनी न्यूज़ पब्लिशर, दे हैव टू पे टू द पब्लिशर फॉर यूजिंग देयर कंटेंट. ओके, now the government says that there will be 4 expected outcomes of the legislation. First is development of fair business relationships between digital platforms and news outlets. Then there will be sustainability in the news ecosystem. Many traditional news agencies they are struggling because they are not generating enough revenue because of the publication of news on this online platform. Now if they are made to pay revenue to the news publishers, then there will be a better sustainable news ecosystem. Then there will be maintenance of press independence and diversity within the news landscape. This Canadian bill, it is based on, or it is inspired from the same bill which was passed in Australia. Now how the online platforms they are looking towards it. So see this act which is called as Online News Act. So Google has responded saying that there is a serious concerns about the unintended consequences of this bill, and this bill is going to have impact on news in Canada and the search experience that Canadians know and trust. The next is IUCN. This is from environment. Now let's have some basic facts. What is the full form of IUCN? It is International Union for Conservation of Nature. It is headquartered in Gland in Switzerland. Okay, now it has released a report which is called as the State of the World's Birds. Okay, it is a review report which was published on May 5, and it has revealed that the population of 48% of the species of bird, okay, it has declined. Okay, it has declined. So see this paragraph. So the study has found that 5,245 or about 48% of the existing bird species worldwide are known or suspected to be undergoing the population decline. Now this study is based on the study assessment done by Birds Life International latest assessment. Okay. Now the IUCN, it releases the red list. Red list, it contains the list of threatened species. It says that 1481 or 13.5% of species, they are currently threatened with global extinction. मतलब वो extinct हो सकते हैं कुछ समय के बाद. Now see the global distribution. Now this paragraph, the more threatened bird species are found in tropical than in temperate latitudes. Okay, this is very important. यहाँ पे देखिए कौन से एरियाज हैं. ट्रॉपिकल एंडीज, साउथ ईस्ट ब्राज़ील, ईस्टर्न हिमालयाज, ईस्टर्न मेडागास्कर and Southeast Asian islands. Now what is the importance of birds to ecosystem and cultures? Okay, so see, birds, they contribute towards ecosystem services directly or indirectly, such as provisioning, regulating, cultural and supporting the services. उसके बाद functional roles birds के क्या होते हैं? So see, the functional role of birds within the ecosystem as pollinators, they are seed dispersers, they are ecosystem engineers, they are scavengers and predators. Now what are the factors which has led to this situation? Now see, there are 8 factors, जिसमें से सबसे टॉप पे है decrease in land cover and land use change. Okay, so if you will just see that there is a degradation of their primary natural habitats and consequent loss of biodiversity. Then the other factors are habitat fragmentation and degradation, especially which is happening in the tropics. The next is hunting and trapping. Okay, now यहाँ पे example दिया है that 36 million birds are estimated to be killed or taken illegally in the Mediterranean region alone. The next is infrastructure, energy demands and pollution, agrochemical and pharmaceutical usage, global trade, teleconnections and climate change. These are the other factors which has led to decline in birds population. Now from defense we have a news, integrated battle groups. So for better preparing the army for the threats, so the army has identified for forming the formation of Western Front and strike formation on the northern borders. These two will be converted into the integrated battle groups. Okay, so the purpose of this restructuring is that it will have forces which are more lean, agile and tailor-made, which would afford the commanders the flexibility and more options for their employment in the threatened areas. Now see, this concept of integrated battalion group, it has already been tested okay, by the Army's 9 corps, okay, and it was validated by the 17 Mountain Strike Corps in its exercises. Now see, there are 3 pillars of integrated battle groups. They are 3 T's. These are threat, terrain and task. अब इससे हमको सबसे ज़्यादा फ़ायदा क्या होगा? इससे फ़ायदा ये होगा कि जो हमारा जो कमांडिंग होगा, देखो देयर विल बी सेंट्रलाइज्ड लॉजिस्टिक, ओके, एंड दे विल बी एबल टू मोबिलाइज द फोर्सेस विद इन 12 to 14 hours बेस्ड ऑन द लोकेशन. द नेक्स्ट इज ओबिचुअरी. Now Shiv Kumar Sharma, okay, he is a he was a Santur player. He has died recently in his residence in Mumbai. Okay, so his play, okay, it यहाँ पे एक मतलब कहा जाता है कि it etched an image of Kashmir Valley and the sound of spirituality every time he struck a chord on his santoor. Okay, so he died in his residence from a heart attack. So यहाँ पर हम देखेंगे so that he is a Padma Vibhushan awardee and he has made it possible to include both the Hindu tradition and the Sufi tradition in his music. The next is Army Chief gets Param Vishisht Seva Medal. So Army Chief General Manoj Pandey, he has been awarded with Param Vishisht Seva Medal for distinguished services of exceptional order. Okay, he has been awarded this award by the Prime Minister Ram Nath Kovind. The next is now foreign affairs. Now we will devote some time over here. So from foreign affairs, the news is from Philippines. So in Philippines, a new president has been appointed, Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Okay, he is the son of late Philippine dictator Ferdinand Marcos and running mate. Matlab now who will be the vice president? So the vice president will be Sara Duterte. The next is Russia pounds vital port of Odessa, targeting the supply lines. Okay, so Russian forces, they are now pounding the vital port of Odessa. Now see, if you just see the map of Ukraine, ठीक है, तो ये अगर आपका ब्लैक सी है, ठीक है, so here you have Mariupol. Now Mariupol is also a port city and it is a very important port for Donbas region. Donbas region which has Donetsk and Luhansk. Okay, Donetsk and Luhansk. Now, so that's why Mariupol is very important for Russia if it wants to allow Donbas region to have access to port facility. Now other area is Odessa. Now Odessa is diametrically opposite from Mariupol. Okay, now why Russia is targeting Odessa? Russia is targeting Odessa so that the arms and ammunition could not be supplied to Russia, to Ukraine from Black Sea. The next is very important, Northern Ireland Protocol unsustainable, says Johnson. Okay, now let's have the brief background of this. Now there was always a tension between Ireland and Northern Ireland. ठीक है ना? So Ireland is a country and is the member of EU. Now Northern Ireland, it is the member of United Kingdom. Okay, now there was always a conflict with that Northern Ireland should become the part of Ireland or UK. So to solve this conflict, the Good Friday Agreement okay, it was signed in 1998. It was signed on the day of Good Friday, that is 10th April, hence it is known as Good Friday Agreement. The other name for it is Belfast Agreement. Okay, now what is this Good Friday Agreement? This Good Friday Agreement allowed that the Northern Ireland will have its own government. Okay, the second one was that there will be no hard borders between Northern Ireland and Ireland. मतलब goods can flow from Northern Ireland to Ireland without border checks. Okay, अब यहाँ तक सब ठीक था, बट जब ब्रेक्सिट इफेक्टिव हुआ फ्रॉम 1 जनवरी 2021, ओके, अब क्या हुआ कि इस ब्रेक्सिट में एक EU और ब्रेक्सिट के बीच में एक डील हुआ. उस डील को हम कहते हैं नॉर्दर्न आयरलैंड प्रोटोकॉल. सॉरी. अब इस नॉर्दर्न आयरलैंड प्रोटोकॉल के अंदर क्या है? अब गुड फ्राइडे एग्रीमेंट के अंदर क्या है कि देयर विल बी नो हार्ड बॉर्डर बिटवीन नॉर्दर्न आयरलैंड एंड आयरलैंड. ओके, बट आयरलैंड इज अ मेंबर ऑफ EU. प्रॉब्लम यही है that Ireland is a member of European Union, but Northern Ireland is the part of UK, and now just because it is part of UK, now Northern Ireland does not is not a part of EU. So what will happen now if the goods wants to go from Northern Ireland to Ireland? Okay, so EU has very stringent export controls, import controls, especially on food products. Okay, so that rule has to be followed before the goods flow into Ireland. So instead of creating the border between Northern Ireland and Ireland, the border was created between remaining UK, that is England, Wales and Scotland, and Northern Ireland. मतलब a border was created in Irish Sea. अब इससे क्या हो रहा है कि if the goods are coming from the remaining part of UK, that is Great Britain, okay, to Northern Ireland, so goods will be subject to stringent check at this border only before it flows to Ireland. Why? Because they have to respect the Good Friday Agreement. So because of this, a tension has taken place in Northern Ireland, where they are saying that because of this Northern Ireland Protocol, they are not being treated at par with the other members of the United Kingdom. That is the main issue over here. The next is Elon Musk to reverse Twitter ban on Trump. So Elon Musk, who has bought Twitter under $48 billion deal, now he is going to reverse the ban on account of Twitter of Donald Trump, which was suspended in January 2021. The next is Prince Charles delivers Queen speech. तो 60 साल के बाद ऐसा पहली बार हुआ है कि क्वीन एलिजाबेथ उन्होंने पार्लियामेंट्री स्पीच नहीं दी. ऐसे हमारे इंडिया में भी होता है कि द फर्स्ट सेशन ऑफ द ईयर, दैट इज़ मार्च, उसमें द पार्लियामेंट सेशन इज़ सक्सीडेड बाय प्रेसिडेंट स्पीच. तो वैसे यहाँ पे भी ये एक कन्वेंशन है कि दैट बिफोर द पार्लियामेंट सेशन स्टार्ट्स, क्वीन हैज़ टू मेक द स्पीच. नाउ सिंस क्वीन is going through health issues, now in her place Prince Charles, who is the heir to the throne, he delivered the Queen's speech. Now while he was delivering the Queen's speech, okay, he has used the word Her Majesty's Government. Okay, now अगर Queen जब कहती थी तो her word was My Government will. Okay, now when Prince Charles is addressing the Parliament, so he has used the word Her Majesty's Government will. So friends, that's all for today. We will meet tomorrow again with the daily Hindu analysis. Till then, have a nice time. Take care. Thank you.